Turn off the car. Turn off the car.
No.
299, she's fleeing.
Get out of the car!
299, she almost struck me.
Cop gets rammed and launched by intoxicated female behind the wheel. Bodycam special. Some crazy clips for you today, guys, with this Bodycam special episode, where we not only have an almost bird's eye point of view of the situation from a nearby building CCTV, but also both responding officers' body-worn camera footage. It's the 7th of March 2025 when the Bismarck Police Department are contacted by a worried witness to a lady's questionable behaviour who is also in control of a motor vehicle. The footage and encounter takes place in the car park to a homeless shelter, where 53-year-old Melanie Udell was seen acting strange and perhaps suffering with mental health issues. And it seems by her over-the-top reaction to being questioned on taking substances that she was also most probably under the influence of something. But that has not been confirmed. As to get away from officers and to not be searched, she literally resorts to attempting to run the officers over, before tragically succeeding and launching an innocent man just doing his job and performing his duties up and over the car and into a gated fence, where he would be left completely unable to even move an inch. Let's take a gander, you guys.
Engine 26140, engine 26140, please respond to stage in there, the United Way shelter. If you have an officer that was struck by a vehicle, please respond to stage in there, United Way shelter.
What's your name, ma'am?
Why are you calling? Why?
We got called to come check on you. They were concerned.
There's nobody concerned.
There was. We got a phone call.
For
What's going on today?
who did you get a call from?
Okay. I don't know. It was an anonymous caller saying there was a white.
I know,
trooper
that's
sitting
what
here.
they keep doing that. You know, they did that in Nebraska with my children. They keep calling in false reports.
Okay.
Nothing. I don't think that it's okay for people.
I can't help it that people call, and it's my job to come respond when we have a call in, to come check on people. Okay. Now my concern is coming out of my concern.
Your concern is you know everybody that
My
I'm dealing
concern is that the car smells heavily of marijuana. When's the last time you smoked any marijuana in here?
Other people have smoked marijuana in here, and I don't want to get into that because then they're calling you on me.
Other people have. You don't smoke any marijuana.
I have medical marijuana. I had my card.
Do you have a medical marijuana card?
I had one.
Do you have one? Current? No. Okay. Have you step outside of the vehicle here?
No, you're not.
Turn off the car. Turn off the car.
No, you're not.
299, she's fleeing.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Get out of the car!
No!
299, she almost struck me. Get out of the car! Ah!
Show your hands!
299, give me a metro, she struck me. Shots fired.
Show your hands!
I wouldn't touch
Turn off the car. Turn off the car.
Get out of the car! Get out of the car!
Get out of the car!
Now! Get out of the car! Shots fired! Officer hit! Show your hands!
Shots fired.
Show your hands! Show your hands!
Back up! No, back up!
Show me your hands!
Fuck, I can't move.
We got help coming, James. Stay there.
As Officer Matthew James was conducting his interview and investigations with Melanie for around 7 minutes in total, things suddenly take a turn for the worse when Officer James started to question her on the apparent smell of marijuana in the car and the fact that she has no current medical marijuana card to carry legally. After claiming the smell was from a passenger and not herself, she immediately panics and acts as if she has something to hide, in the absolute erratic way she tried to leave the scene, in a desperate attempt to get away. Attempting to run the officers over once and missing should have made this woman think, "Oh shit, what am I doing?" But again, if she was suffering from some sort of mental health crisis, who knows her reasons for her actions, or what was going through her mind in these moments and at that time. Well, as we saw, her second attempt to run over the innocent officers, just out doing their jobs, was indeed successful, which in turn led Officer Matthew James's partner, Officer Nathan Anderson, to have no choice but to intervene and save himself and his partner from further future harm, especially as James is then physically unable to move at all. How scary. So Anderson stepped in to protect both his own life and his injured colleagues by sending bullets in Melanie's direction. It is indeed very sad, but as law enforcement officers, they have a duty to protect. And not only is she behind a deadly weapon, being her vehicle, but she seems mentally unstable too, and perhaps even under the influence of narcotics or alcohol, or both. Add on the fact that she had already used and utilised her deadly weapon against the officers, twice, leading to serious injury. Who knows what sort of chaos could have followed and ensued if Officer Anderson did not act and protect like he did. Unfortunately, 53-year-old Melanie Udall did in fact later pass away in hospital, following the injuries that she sustained from police officers whilst trying to flee, and after running one of them over, fully launching him into the air and injuring him quite severely. She was a deadly threat, and I believe the officers acted accordingly and to protect themselves and the general public too. Do you agree? Let me know in the comment section. Officer Nathan Anderson, who shot Melanie, is a 6-year veteran to the force, and James is an 11-year veteran. They would both apparently be placed on standard administrative leave, while the State Bureau of Criminal Investigation investigated the shooting and what occurred that March day in the shelter car park, which is standard procedure in these situations. The police also released the footage so they can maintain transparency and confidence in the general public. I really respect that about your country, America. Open and forthright with your citizens and civilians, giving them respect. Being open and above board like that will always gain you more respect and confidence from people in general.
An incident that began shortly after noon today in Bismarck. It started as a traffic stop near South 12th Street and Expressway. When it ended, a police officer was injured and a 53-year-old woman was fatally wounded. Jody Kurzman is at the scene now, and she joins us with an update. Jody.
Monica, you can see traffic is once again flowing on South 12th Street, but this street was shut down for most of the afternoon. It all started around noon. That's when dispatch received calls of a woman who was acting intoxicated or high. She was in an SUV that was parked in a parking lot on South 12th Street. Police say officers arrived on the scene around 12:15 p.m. They talked with the woman who has just been identified as 53-year-old Melanie Udell from Bismarck. She was ordered to stop. She did not. But police say she backed up, swerved at officers, and that's when she hit a police officer. He was thrown up and into a snowbank. Police fired shots at the SUV. They did that trying to protect officers as well as people in the area. Both Udell and the officer were taken to the hospital. She died a short time later.
The North Dakota Bureau of Criminal Investigation conducted their inquiries into the officer-involved altercation and shooting that day, including the eyewitness and caller statements, the building's CCTV of the whole ordeal, and of course, both officers' bodycam worn footage, which would have been crucial. The Bureau ultimately determined that the officer's use of force and weapon discharge was justifiable. State's Attorney Julie Lawyer confirmed that the shooting didn't warrant any criminal charges to be put forth to Officer Nathan Anderson for his use of firearm, since he only discharged his gun after the subsequent encounter of Melanie actually running James over.
The Bureau of Criminal Investigation determined that the officer's use of a gun was justifiable. State's Attorney Julie Lawyer said the shooting didn't warrant any criminal charges since Officer Anderson fired his weapon after Udell hit Officer James.
Police department held a news conference this afternoon and released footage of an officer-involved shooting case from March. That footage shows 53-year-old Melanie Udall running into Officer Matthew James with her car after he and Officer Nathan Anderson attempted to conduct a traffic stop. The police say even though it's intense, they've released the footage so they can maintain transparency with the public.
Matthew James was left seriously injured with a severe leg injury, which, as we saw, left him totally immobilised at the scene. As I'm telling you guys, if he could, he would have got straight out of there and into safety and cover, which he clearly was unable to do so. Officer James was completely floored and launched over the snow and dirt mound and into a metal fence and the hard, wet concrete floor, in turn further launching his own personal firearm over the fence, oh dear, and out of reach. Not what you want. So he couldn't even protect himself in any way. It was all down to his heroic partner, Mr. Nathan Anderson, to contain the threat and protect everyone, including his buddy in blue here. Well done, sir. Sad ending, but still a good job. Just a shame she couldn't be spoken to a bit more. She may have responded a bit better. I don't think she liked being confronted about the smell of the marijuana. Definitely think that's what tipped it. Bismarck Police Chief Dave Dreyevich said that if Officer Anderson had not chose to use his firearm at Melanie in that moment as he did, the woman could have easily gone on to hit Officer James, or them both again, with her car. Chief Dreyevich said, Officer Anderson's quick response likely prevented the loss of Officer James's life. I agree. They are also unaware at this point if this lady could be further armed with a weapon in the vehicle or on her person, as they did not successfully manage to conduct a search on her or the vehicle. So the threat was high in this situation, and I do think they acted accordingly to the encounter. Officer James required knee surgery, and it's said to likely be at least a year before he is ready to return to his regular duties. So yes, serious injuries sustained that day from the connection by Melanie Udell and her deadly weapon, i.e. her white SUV. Chief Dreyevich commented after the crime took place, saying, "The department is going to look into ways to improve officer safety should there be any similar instances in the future."
Police Chief Dave Dreyovich said if Officer Anderson hadn't fired his weapon, the woman could have hit Officer James again.
Officer Anderson's quick response likely prevented the loss of Officer James' life.
Udell died at the hospital. After the shooting, the officers were required to go on administrative leave. Officer James needs knee surgery, and it will likely be at least a year before he's ready to return to regular duty.
So yeah, that was a doozy, eh guys? Well done, Officer Anderson, for protecting his buddy in blue and taking down the immediate threat to them both. He could have easily saved lives that day. Just a shame Melanie did not live through it, to get the mental health support she needed. My thoughts are with her loved ones. But she did attack the law with a weaponised motor vehicle, and that's defo a no-no. And well done to the caring bystander and witness who initially made the 911 call and stayed to talk and be with Melanie. Clearly an empathetic individual who cares for others and the public's safety, even that of a complete stranger. The world needs more people like you. If you had not stepped in, who knows what carnage this lady could have gone on to cause, or harm she may have done to herself. I know obviously she didn't come out of it alive, but again, it could have been a lot worse than it was. And maybe injure innocent civilians. Luckily, the witnesses here were all unharmed. Some ran away and some froze on the scene. I think I even hear one person wanting to aid the injured officer, but James just demands they stay back for their own safety. Yeah, if you have a car and someone's got a gun, duck behind it. Running away, I mean, you're still out in the open that way, aren't you? The whole situation and encounter could have ended up much worse than it did, so thankfully no one else was injured, and Officer James will recover in time, even if he has to take an entire year off from heavy work or vehicle duties until then.
Bismarck police say an officer is okay and was released from the hospital after he was hit by an SUV driven by 53-year-old Melanie Udell. Udell died from her injuries after she was shot at by the officers.
The officer who was hit is an 11-year veteran of the force. We spoke with Bismarck police about the incident when we got to the scene.
Officers responded down to this parking lot around a little after 12:05 in regards to people calling our dispatch center, Central Dakota Communications, about a white SUV in the parking lot with a driver that appeared to be intoxicated or drunk or under the influence of drugs. They arrived around 12:14. They checked out with dispatch that they were here and were communicating with the owner of the vehicle. And then around 12:19, they notified dispatch that the vehicle's trying to flee, that the vehicle had struck an officer and that shots were fired. The officer was struck by the vehicle, was taken to a local hospital, is getting treatment. The driver of the vehicle was taken to a local hospital and is deceased. We have contacted North Dakota BCI per our protocol for an officer-involved shooting, that they come down here and do their investigation, which will be thorough as usual, and they're looking for video and talking to witnesses.
So, what did you think of this Bodycam special episode? Crazy or what? You just never know what a day in law enforcement shall bring. I guess it keeps it entertaining to an extent. Not boring, I mean, you know. I don't mean it's entertaining that people get shot or die, obviously. I just mean that each day something new. That's what I always liked about being a hairdresser. You know, everyone's hair is different, everyone wants something different, and there's so many different things you can do with people's hair. It's like art. And making people feel good. I used to love making people feel good. I really miss being a hairdresser. Can barely even dry my own hair these days. This is great. Bleach bath for 20 minutes. Purple toning shampoo. She knows what she's doing. Oh my god, that is... Yes, that is beautiful. Wow, look at the difference before and after. I literally love both. White, platinum blonde. And she looks amazing. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching and being here and joining me today. I'll be back soon for more. Random Jan.